DylanLasagnas, it's DylanLasagna here, and welcome to my Raw reactions for the July 25th, 2016 episode. And it was an absolutely phenomenal episode to start off the new era, the new brand and extension era of WWE. So, with that being said, let's talk about my Raw reactions. So the new era starts off with Stephanie McMahon and Mick Foley in the ring calling out the entire WWE roster, especially Roman Reigns, because Roman Reigns had cost the entire Raw roster the WWE Championship match against Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins last night at Battleground. Now that Dean Ambrose has the WWE title on SmackDown property. So how do they counteract this? What are they going to do with the world title? So rather than bringing back the World Heavyweight Championship, for those who don't know, that's the big gold belt that WWE had as a world title, the old WCW belt. Rather than have them bring that back, they introduced a brand new world title, which is called the WWE Universal Studios Championship. What the? Okay, maybe I'll save that rant for later, but they decided to determine the new Universal Champion. They will have two fatal four-way matches, and the two winners of that match will face each other in singles competition in the main event of Monday Night Raw. And the winner of that match will go on to face Seth Rollins for the Universal Championship at Summerslam. Now, this was a pretty quick opening promo of Raw, which I liked, but the announcement of the Universal Championship was just like, did they come up with this last minute? Did Vince McMahon come up with this last minute? I mean, I think if this new Universal belt doesn't have like a great design or like something cool, then I'm going to be saying by the end of SummerSlam, they should have just brought back the World Heavyweight Championship, because this new Universal Studios Championship was already getting lots of bad heat or something. But overall, it's good, kind of good to have a second world title. It's just not the one we were hoping for. So we have the fatal four-way matches, which are Cesaro, Finn Balor, Rusev, and Kevin Owens in the first match of the first New Era Raw. And this was absolutely phenomenal. This was one of the best matches on Raw I've seen in a while, in my opinion. And there's fast-paced, like, I couldn't even catch a breath. There's so many near falls, so many pin breakups, so many cool moments. I was glad to see Finn Balor shine and take this victory. And man, I felt so bad for the guy that had to lose it later on in the night. But Finn Balor, man, I've always liked him in NXT, especially when he was holding the NXT Championship. He was always the man. Like, he was, when he was called up to the main roster, I was so happy. But maybe that's for another time, like, to discuss my grand, like, praise for Finn Balor. So Finn Balor was impressive in his debut. Like, he comes out with his Balor Club, like all his fans out there, and he puts on an impressive performance. Like, he shows off his offense, what he's really about, and he gives the offense that people that haven't seen him in NXT, he showed it to them. And then he puts the coup de grace on Rusev. 1, 2, 3. Cesaro just couldn't get there in time. And Finn Balor goes on to the main event of Monday Night Raw to face the winner of the next Fatal 4-Way. Now, the other Fatal 4-Way involved Roman Reigns, Sami Zayn, Chris Jericho, and Sheamus. Yeah, because I almost keep forgetting these names because there's so many of them. There's like 8 of them. So they had those 4 guys, and this was a pretty good match too. I love this match. I was so out of breath by the end of it. I was like, oh my god, is Sami Zayn gonna win this match? Oh wait, no. It's like, it would have been awesome to have Sami Zayn versus Finn Balor because Roman Reigns is still serving his punishment for the suspension. And I don't know, it was kind of funny. Like, I thinking Sami Zayn would have won, but it would have been nice to have him win, considering he beat Kevin Owens in epic fashion last night. But it was a good match overall. Roman Reigns obviously got the win, but not taken since he needed a victory to reestablish his loss from last night's Battleground, or Sunday's Battleground defeat. And he went on to face Finn Balor at the main event, which was absolutely amazing to see, because it's the first time you see Roman Reigns go up against Finn Balor in Balor's debut and his birthday, might I add. And Roman Reigns was just pounding the pudding out of Finn Balor with this powerful powerhouse style, and he was like pissed off that, oh, I gotta go through this guy before I have to face Seth Rollins. And I thought like Roman Reigns was gonna win this match, like predictably, because Finn Balor is not gonna win this match and face Seth Rollins for the title. But then like Finn Balor, like after he hit the coup de, like hit that sling blade, he reversed the spear into the sling blade. He hit the coup de grace onto Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns didn't even kick out. I was like, what the hell's happening? It's like, am I watching real life right now? Is this what's really happening? And in fact, indeed it was. 1, 2, 3. After the one coup de grace, Roman Reigns didn't even kick out. Roman Reigns lost clean. What's happening here? Did Vince decide to bury Roman Reigns or something? Like, did Roman Reigns shit in Vince McMahon's cup even more? What is going on here? Is Roman Reigns planting seeds for a real heel turn, or Vince is planting seeds for a Roman Reigns heel turn? I don't know what's going on, but I'm happy that we're gonna see something really different at SummerSlam. Seth Rollins versus Finn Balor for the new WWE Universal Studios Championship. And guys, if I were WWE, let's not have Brock Lesnar versus Randy Orton be the main event. Let's just have Seth Rollins versus Finn Balor main event, headline the SummerSlam pay-per-view. Because I'm already excited for this match. Honestly, this is gonna be epic. I'm excited. Are you guys excited for this match already? Leave it in the comments below. We also had a women's championship match between Charlotte and Sasha Banks that we got a month early, because I honestly thought this was going to happen at SummerSlam. And even if we did get a women's championship match last night on Raw, I thought there was going to be some sort of disqualification finish. But no, we didn't get that. It's like one of the best moments in the match was when Sasha Banks pulled an Eddie Guerrero on Dana Brooke, and Dana Brooke was like, what the hell's happening? And then the referee, Mike Chioda, was just like, hey, did you just hit her with the title belt? I was like, no, wait, she just threw it at me. And it's like, you, Dana Brooke, get your slutty ass out of here. And then Charlotte was all pissed off that Dana Brooke was ejected from ringside and that she can't help her retain that championship. It was funny as hell. It's like, finally, we get a fair one-on-one match. Like, now Charlotte is most likely to either retain the championship due to other nefarious means, or Sasha Banks is winning this championship for real. It's like, is this real life right now? And then moments later, Sasha Banks hit a suicide dive that looked really nasty as Big E's spear at Battleground. And she almost hurt herself. Like, these people gotta be more careful, like, when they're taking these, like, really acrobatic risks, because they could seriously injure themselves. So that's my advice. Just be a little bit more careful and just practice it a little more. And Charlotte, no credit, give it to her. Like, she puts on an absolutely phenomenal performance every single night as the women's champion and as a competitor, because she gives it her all. She shows why the women deserve to be in the ring and get ample amount of time to compete. And they would compete for almost like 20 minutes. Like, it was freaking amazing. 15 minutes? That's not bad. That's pretty good for a TV episode and a pay-per-view right there. Anyway, Sasha Banks reverses the figure eight, escapes from the figure eight, and then she puts in Charlotte in the bank statement, which she escapes. And I'm so lost at words because I'm still trying to comprehend what happened. And then Charlotte's like, you will never beat me. And then Charlotte goes to attack Sasha, and then Sasha puts her in the bank statement again. And then this time, Charlotte taps out. Like, at Battleground. She tapped out. I was like, no. There has to be some kind of twist. There has to be some kind of reversal, like, finish. But then, no. Like, as soon as Byron Saxton interviewed Sasha Banks and it was over, it was real. It was freaking real. It's like, this is real life. This is really happening. Like, I was happy at the same time. But at the same time, it's like, we're getting this a month early. It's like, holy shit. I'm so happy for Sasha Banks. And congrats to her, man. She absolutely deserves it. After 10 long years, and after being screwed out of the title so many times, she finally gets the Women's Championship. And they're bound to have a rematch at SummerSlam. Charlotte has a rematch clause. But that's for another time to discuss in my SummerSlam predictions video. But for now, congrats to the boss, Sasha Banks, on becoming the Women's Champion. Your WWE World Tag Team, might add, longest reigning champions, celebrated their longest reign as the WWE Tag Team Champions last night as the New Day celebrated with a little package, if you know what I mean, commemorating their reign as WWE Tag Team Champions, which was, might I say, entertaining and pretty thoughtful of them. And everyone was pretty glad, and they were chanting New Day rocks, New Day rocks, as usual. And to celebrate it even more, they brought in an honorary member to dance with the New Day called Sonny Boy. And one thing that really came to my mind is Kofi didn't know Budios would come to life, and now it is a real cereal. Which, yeah, that can't really come into my mind either. It's like, I didn't actually think Budios would be a real cereal until like a couple of days ago when that company FYE actually made it into a cereal. So they danced with Sonny Boy, and they're about to do the New Day dance, but then Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson attacked the New Day, rekindled their rivalry, and then they hit Big E with the Magic Killer. Sonny Boy manages to escape the Club's wrath, well, minus AJ Styles because he's on SmackDown, and then the Club stand tall because they're just too sweet. And they're probably, the New Day and Gallows and Anderson will probably have a tag team title match at SummerSlam. So the other cool stuff on Raw, we can't forget about the pointless stuff they had to fill on the 3-hour show because, well, they still decided to make it a 3-hour show. So Neville made his return from injury in a match against Curtis Axel, but it's nice to see Neville back, especially when he does the red arrow. 1, 2, 3. It's good to see Neville back again. And I hope he gets into a feud for a title or something, or some cool mid-card feud of some sorts. There were also 2 squash matches on Monday Night Raw, which I only cared about one of them actually, because Nia Jax made her debut from NXT because she was drafted to Raw, and squashed Britt Baker, if I remembered her name correctly. And she was pretty dominant. It's like, she is an absolute savage. But, like, as one of the people said, like, you can't have squash matches on the main roster. Like, that won't help build you up. Maybe in, like, 1 or 2 squash matches. But if my suggestion, maybe, like, a feud with someone like Paige or whatever babyface is left on Raw. Yeah, maybe a feud with Paige can start Nia Jax's, like, career on the main roster. That would help Nia Jax build some credibility on the main roster as a dominant force in the women's division. So, it was good to see Nia Jax debut on Raw in dominant fashion. She gets the win in decisiveness. Braun Strowman also got to show his dominant form as he took on some random dude from who know where he came from, Bill. And he, just like Nia Jax, Braun Strowman squashed him in under a minute with a reverse chokeslam instead of that bear hug submission hold. And lastly, Enzo and Cass defeated the Shining Stars, partly or thankfully because the Golden Truth were hunting for Pokemon all night. And why did this happen? Because I don't know why. So yeah, the Golden Truth were looking for Pokemon, and this apparently cost the Shining Stars the match, as one of the Primo and Epico guys ran into a big boot from Cass and they got the victory. And this will probably lead into a feud with the Golden Truth and the Shining Stars over Pokemon Go. Overall, aside from that, I really liked this episode of Monday Night Raw. There were so many unexpected things that happened that my mind was so blown up. Like, Battleground blew my mind, and now Monday Night Raw just blew my mind to a level where it can't reach. And I'm excited to see what's going to happen on SmackDown tonight, because SmackDown, they got a lot of work to do if they want to top Raw last night. Because Raw put on one hell of a show, and I hope they do that every week. Because if they do that every week, I'm going to be like reacting to each episode until, well, I have to go back to school. Like, there's like no tomorrow, like, oh my god, this is like, like, until it blows my mind up. So, I'm ready, I'm excited for SmackDown to see what, I don't know what to expect from them. So, it's going to be exciting. See what SmackDown has in store for us tonight. So anyway, lasagnas, I hope you guys liked my Raw reactions for the July 25th, 2016 episode, the start of the new era. Yes, it is. And I hope you guys enjoy SmackDown Live tonight, the first real live episode of SmackDown. Don't forget to drop a like on this video if you enjoyed my Raw reactions for this week. Leave a comment down below for your Raw reactions. And don't forget to join me tomorrow for my SmackDown Live reactions for the July, what is it, 26th? Yeah, I think it's the 26th episode, 2016. And don't forget to subscribe for more videos. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Follow me on all my social media links. They're in the description below. And always be delicious.